Really good to be here. I'm just fixing up just realised what I've done with my earphone thing. That's better. Okay, good morning, everybody. Today is a beautiful, start of a beautiful day on the 27th of May, 2021. Holy crap, sounds like futuristic date, 21. So today I am going to channel some messages for the collective and just see where that goes. I feel way more confident in myself to be able to do this now. So let's just do this. But for starters, watching my cat destroy my piece of art over there, I just talk about a few things, housekeeping things, like we have a brand new exciting talk show that's happening. It's called Talk 5D and Beyond, and we now have a new panel. I thank my dearest friend, Steve Allison. He was such a gem to sit in, and same with Marcus Matthews. Absolutely amazing guys. Marcus Matthews had a lot on his plate, and we ended up finding two amazing, beautiful new ladies, Caroline Bird and Mandy Horton, from New Zealand Caroline's from Australia, to come on board, and it just was really a delight last Monday, Tuesday to speak and share our gifts. They're all amazing psychic channelers here to raise the vibration of the collective. So there's 4 of us now gathering as and sharing our wisdom. So I'm really, really excited about that one. It's very, very new, and we're still ironing out a few things, but really excited. So come and join us. There's a chat bar on my Facebook page, Bobbie Richardson author, and there's also a YouTube 5D, Talk 5D and Beyond, that you can subscribe to. So we love to hear from you on the chat bar and be part of that big thing, because that is going to be an ongoing thing. We're going to do it weekly, every week, the same time, so you know exactly what's happening. Also, I am an intuitive counsellor, so if anyone wants any counselling sessions, I have the link here or on my website, codestoanewreality.com. And and I'm also starting up a Patreon, so that's going to be interesting stories that I'm sharing and information that I've got from the collective and all the different beings that have visited me over the years. I have just put up a new video on my YouTube channel, and it is actually an old recording of me giving an example, a demo of telekinesis. So I reran it because it had somebody else's music in the background, and I've put a better words over top of it and so forth to help you learn all about telekinesis and actually try this at home. And it's a really, really good way. It's an exciting way to not only do something that's pretty out there, but also to clear the mind, because you need a very clear mind to do it. So in exercising this and moving this object with your mind actually clears your mind, actually helps everything. So I'm really excited. That's just gone up 6 o'clock this morning, so that's 1 hour ago. So go take a look at that on my YouTube channel. And also I want to thank everybody for all the kind words, because I last weekend decided to record myself singing one of my songs, my original songs, and I just did this fun thing during the weekend, and I just put it up on YouTube and went, my cat is going crazy. Here's a a mum having fun kind of thing. with my own original song. So I just want to thank everybody for saying all those beautiful, kind words on Facebook and all the messages that came through. So I feel so honored and respected. Thank you so much, even though it was just a real fun thing to do. I might actually do some more of those. I might actually dress up and have some more fun with that, because I've got quite a few recorded originals that I can use, plus my own artwork. So that's all cool. Now, let's get into, just realised I haven't had a chat bar on. Let's get into some beautiful messages from the collective. So, and as Starseed Transmissions, the reason why I've called it Starseed Transmissions is because I had a beautiful soul who just randomly messaged me and said, I hadn't even talked to her before, but she said, I've just been woken up in that twilight zone, between just waking up, as you're waking up. And she heard this, she gets a lot of channel messages as well. And she heard Starseed Transmission and then my name. And so she had to contact me, which was really cool, because I was searching for a title for this sort of channeling messages that I was wanting to gift everybody. And I thought that's a really cool title. Maybe that's, what I should be calling it. So yeah, did that. So we are going to get into some channel messages. And I just need to just come back to the moment so that I can collectively tap in. Okay. So what they're showing me is a very big grid with many, many different people creating their own realities and tapping in through their own realities to source energy. So so I'm seeing all different people. It's very similar to what's behind me, all different people, and it's like all around the world as a collective happening at the moment in different patches of awareness. So as we're raising our vibration, certain groups are forming, certain people, individual people are starting to wake up. And when they do, they are in a way, through this grid of this awareness of waking up, collectively channeling their own frequency of their own reality through to the collective. And that in itself is recognizing from a non-judgmental point of view that everybody in that collective is needed, is part of the whole, is what they're saying, part of the whole. So they're saying everyone's creation, once we start doing that, we're really coming from our own point of view of creating, we no longer have to change anybody else's creations. We're just becoming more authentic to ourselves and what we're producing for the whole. So it's like we're saying that we're the creator of our reality. And because we're the creator of our reality, and we really, what's the word they're trying to give me? Acknowledge that. We really acknowledge that we are the creator of our reality. Then it's like we're saying, look, I'm the creator. So I am authentic to myself, and everything that I do is coming from that uniqueness, that special magnificence of who I am. And it is valid for the whole, but valid for my experience and my reality as well. And there's no need then for if somebody else comes to you and says, no, you shouldn't be doing it. You should be doing it my way. You should be creating your reality my way. There's no need to even listen to that anymore, because you're standing very strong in the knowing of your uniqueness. And you know that that is valid, and not only valid, it gifts our reality, the global consciousness, something beautiful through you being that experience, through you being that. It's an inner journey that's going out, and everybody who is awakening is starting to realize there's a star grid that's happening. There's this grid that's happening around the planet that's shining. It's kind of like what I call a star grid, because they show me as it's shining. And it's like everyone around the planet is starting to wake up. And that grid is joined through that love of self, through their own unique self-supporting, your own unique self-supporting love of yourself is shining enough for that grid to start forming around this planet and change the frequency of humanity going forward into this new evolutional space that we're going into. Very beautiful. Yeah, so I see it like a ball, like the Earth's like a ball, and then you have all the little dots of everyone waking up, and then there's lines coming from that like a grid, and then it just shines like a star. So that's what they're showing me. We're creating our own reality, and it's so unique to us. And once we acknowledge that, we don't need to worry about what anyone else says to us anymore. We've self-supported ourselves. We don't need to worry about that. Them saying you should be doing this, because you're now coming from your own authentic self. And you also, and they're also telling me that each step that you take, you might go backwards a bit into that old paradigm of trusting somebody else's reality or the leadership's reality or whatever. You might step back, go back into that, and then you see the difference. They're saying you'll see the difference between both sides of you coming from yourself and self-supporting you, and then you trying somebody else's reality and seeing where that leads. And because that's usually a fear-based reality, because anyone projecting their reality onto you is coming from a lack from them, then that means that you are losing you are gifting your reality to them to do as they want, and you're not sovereign in yourself. So as soon as you're sovereign in yourself, you realize your next step is only going to be towards your own greatest happiness, your own greatest joy, your own greatest adventure. You are saying, I'm creating me. I'm going to be the star person of my reality. Yeah, really cool. Oh, that's really nice. So a nice feeling that they're giving me at the moment. Hi, Francesca, and hey, Ginger. Good to see you guys. Yeah, so that's the channel message that I'm getting for today. Really recognizing that connection, even though sometimes we feel like we're in our own homes, we're doing our own things, we're looking after our children, we've got a lot going on. Just because we don't see that connection, that light connection that's happening, every time you step into your own joy, every time you step into you being unique and saying, no, I know who I am, and I am really creating my own reality for me, and allowing, and that expression will bleed out into the immediate reality that you're already in. Whenever I say you as a self, I'm also expressing everything that's around you, because self is your whole reality. So your family members that are in your room at the moment, your animals, your pets, everything that's around you right now is part of your reality. That is your sovereign self. That is your creation, right? Yeah, they're showing me that just because you're in a home and you're individual doesn't mean that it's not adding to the collective energy. It really is. It makes a huge difference just by you living in your own joy and stepping into your own gifts. And there's so many new gifts coming. I think that's why I was pushed to well, I was showing that I needed to redo my telekinesis thing so that we can. I'm expanding on mind-blowing people in a way to say that these things actually are possible, so that they can look inside themselves. When you become more authentic, you start to feel a certain gifts. It could be anything from learning how to read crystals and talk to crystals and plants and animals and be more telekinetic, and waking up parts of you that you just as a child thought was really fun to dab into, but was, totally covered over by the old system and saying that that's not reality. But it is your reality. It is very important for your soul to explore those things and see where they go, because it's an adventure, right? We're only just taking steps towards the authentic gifts that we came in with, rather than being programmed with. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that. Hey, Amber. Oh, I only just saw yours because it was covered up. So sorry if I missed you before. Wow, it's getting exciting, guys. We are really, truly starting to create this new vibration. It is working. I know that it doesn't seem it on the other side. Sometimes I don't watch TV, so I don't actually know what's going on anymore in that reality much. I always say to myself, if I need to hear any news, if I need to hear anything, then please guide me towards that. And I might end up in some doctor's office or something like that, with one of my kids or something, and then I'll see a TV and go, okay, well, I needed to see that. But I don't specifically go watch anything like that, because I want to create my own reality from the inside out. So I position myself and trust that I get all the information that I need to go forward. So yeah, and that's worked for me because it's kept me in a higher vibration. I don't keep slipping into the old program of fear-based scenario. Yeah. Look, I choose programs that I want to watch. I have to be careful. I've noticed that if I watch certain programs, I start creating that reality. So I have to be careful not to get too involved, because I'm very empathic in the program itself. It's quite funny when, like at the moment, I've started watching a hospital program called The Doctor. And just before I watched a burn victim get burnt, I burnt myself. So that's the kind of thing that happens with me if I get too involved with the programs that I'm watching. So I have to be very careful to watch those programs that give me a good feeling. Star Trek always gives me a good feeling because it's very superficial in its wounds and all that sort of stuff. There's no blood and gore and all of that. It's not very real, but it's also takes me off this planet. But that's my thing. Comedy is a great thing. It's very lighthearted, but that's for me. Everybody can choose whatever they like. Not everybody's going to be empathic like me, so they could probably hold watching different programs but easier. I don't know. You guys need to, as you lift your vibration, experiment with that yourself and figure out what's the gift, what's the unique creation that you're bringing to reality. Just be aware that you don't follow somebody else's reality. That's the only thing that I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm just seeing if there's any other messages that want to be brought forward. Oh, well, my cat wants to be brought forward. She loves jumping on my table. Let me think. Let me get rid of my mind and feel. Sorry. Oh, that's one of the things that they were bringing forth this week too, is to feel your way through things. I'm just watching my cat doesn't take my light down. our imagination is being sparked, right? So what they're saying is, what they were telling me this week and what they're bringing up now, is that the feeling of our imagination, the imagination can start something and it can, activate. Say, for instance, you want to shift your reality into abundance. You can imagine yourself in a beautiful home that has all the gifts that you want, that you don't have to ever worry about money again, that everything's gifted to you, that how that, but what they're saying is you can imagine that as a seeing thing, but if you really want to manifest something, you need to feel it. So the imagination is one thing, it instigates what we actually want. Oh, I can imagine being there, that and doing that. But to feel it, to really sit down still within your mind and feel what it's like to have that abundance, never to ever worry about another bill again. And then you've got to stop your mind from saying, oh, that means I have to, A, win a lottery, B, someone gives me inheritance, C, I earn a lot of money through hard work. That's the things that we have to stop. Those sort of things as our mind program telling us that our reality has to go a specific way for us to become that abundance. But if you just sit in the feeling, they're telling me, just keep sitting in that feeling of, oh, wow, that feels so free. What I really love who I am even more. That will be gifted to you easily and come in the most unusual ways. Because there are many trillions of ways for that to be gifted to you, but our mind tends to go, no, it has to be A, B, or C. And when your mind comes into play to say it has to be A, B, or C, it actually it stops all these other frequencies, these other stories developing that your reality could create abundance in your life. And abundance is only one thing I'm talking about. We could be talking about a gift that you want to be to awaken up your childhood gifts of your spirit where it wants to adventure next. You could be you could be anything, wanting that new career, that new job, that new thing that inspires you, or a new lover in your life, anything like that. You sit in the feeling, like your imagination can see it in your mind, but to actually sit in that feeling, that is what's going to bring you there. Then release the mind of how it's going to get there. And then you need to get to the point where you completely let it go. And when you completely let it go, what you're saying to the universe is, I've set that. That is my reality. That is going to happen 100%. I trust you. I trust your universe to give you that to me. So that's where that comes from. And that's how we start allowing these new energies, because there are new energies coming at the moment that are not only awakening us, but aligning us with those beautiful reality that we're all searching for. So yeah, they wanted me to bring that up as well. And also, probably next time I want to get into more ways of stilling our mind, because there's all sorts of ways of learning to still your mind through focus, through reprogramming, through completely being in the moment, bringing yourself into presence. One of the big things that I do when I'm driving in my car, if I find my mind wandering into the past and, oh my God, that's going to happen. Oh my God, what happens if I trip over that person? Oh my God, that's, that always happens to me, and it's not a very nice scenario. I will tap on my steering wheel. No, don't need that thought. Where am I? Oh, I'm in my car. Oh, I'm driving. Oh, wow, look at the trees. Oh, they're so beautiful. Look at the sun coming through. Find the smallest things of the smallest beauty. You know, those little sparks of light that are on the leaves and stuff like that. Just anything that brings you back to right here, right now. And another good thing is I will breathe really deeply, and that brings me back to the moment too. But I can hear my girls waking up and they're going to come into the kitchen soon, so I'm going to have to say goodbye. But I love you guys, and I'll be here with another transmission, Starseed transmission, and also every now and then I will do some readings for some people as well. We'll bring that back in as well, because I know people love it when I give them a card or two for their energies in the moment. But for today, I'll leave it today. So goodbye. Love yous.